I never made it.
Hey YouTube, so I'm gonna do a video on my food prep that I'm gonna do for a couple days for me and Kevin. So I'm gonna show you what I got working for the chicken with him right now. So what I'm gonna get started. Okay, first things first, I have my chicken breast. I know for sure I have 3 pounds of chicken breast, so I'm gonna divide the 3 pounds into 4-ounce servings. Next, I'm gonna season it with some pink salt, pepper, fajita spice, and Tony Chachere's. Okay, so it's all seasoned. The reason I used the seasonings that I did is because I'm gonna cut this up into like strips because he requested for me to make quesadillas. So I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then I'll check it and let it cool, then cut it. Okay, so the next step for me, while the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the rice because he wants quesadillas with rice and beans, which is gonna give us a lot of carbs, protein, and fat. So we're kind of trying to get it all into one big meal. So I'm actually gonna make, it's 18 servings of this. So I'm gonna have to put 6 3/4 cup of water and 3 tablespoons of butter. I used to use margarine a lot, but I recently made the switch to real butter. No reason except when I was baking for Christmas, I bought a bunch of real butter to make fudge. Okay, so I got all my water in the pot. Now I only need 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put that in the pot. Then I'm gonna bring it to a boil. Then add my rice. Pretty sure. Yeah. So, but I do all this while my other food is cooking, so it's a constant, and you're not just doing more than one, doing more one thing at once. So, I will bring it to a boil and add my rice to the mixture, and while the chicken is cooking. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my breakfast because it's not gonna take a bunch of time, and this is gonna be cooking for a little bit. So it's all about time management when you meal prep. This whole process, it'll probably take me 2-3 hours, but I'm also planning on making some baked goods as well for the kids. So here we go. Okay, so I got my big cutting board out to make things a little bit easier on myself. I'm gonna make my breakfast. So I am a big fan, Kevin will make fun of me for that, of the reduced fat turkey egg and cheese sandwiches from Starbucks. I get them every once in a while, but I like the concept of them. So I got English Muffins. I'll show you the brand. What do I do with the package? Hold on. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. It is the Thomas Nooks and Crannies, the light 100-calorie multigrain. I only got these over the traditional English muffins because they have more fiber. Because the calorie content on the regular and the multigrain are exactly the same. So there's 1 gram of fat, 25 carbs, and 5 grams of protein per muffin. But this also has 8 grams of dietary fiber. So that's a win for me. Okay, so mid-recording I had to stop and get the baby because she was fussing. So sometimes you have to stop. So right now, water is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add the rice. So it's just 3 cups. And then I like to add, find it right here. I like to add this to my rice. I think it gives it more of like a Spanish flavor, which Kevin and me both enjoy, and I don't measure it. So this is basically what I'm gonna do. So I'm back to making my breakfast sandwiches because I had to stop to do the rice. So all I'm gonna do now is I'm going to cut all of the English muffins in half, and I'm going to toast them for a couple of seconds. I was second guessing myself just to kind of make them a little bit easier. So on today's menu for food I'm going to make, I see, baby. I'm doing English muffins with whole egg, fat-free cheese, and Canadian bacon for myself. And then I'm gonna actually take oatmeal, make overnight oats for myself as a snack. So English muffins will be my breakfast, and I'm gonna put that with a fruit. The last 2 days I've been doing blackberries, and I'll probably stay consistent with that. I just been doing 50 grams of blackberries, just for the extra fiber and the micronutrients as well as the macronutrients. So I'm going to make that for a meal prep for Kevin. He's going to have quesadillas, rice, and beans. For my quiet baby. For myself, I've been eating salads during the day and just putting like a meat on top. So I have extra chicken, so I'm probably just going to do myself at least 5 salads for lunch. And then I'm actually going to make myself a shrimp stir fry for for dinner time. And then my other snack will be a Chobani yogurt. And I'm trying to think. I think that's everything. I'll have to look. But I'll lay it all out and explain. So here we go. So now I took out 7 eggs. And I got a pan. Cutie baby. She's a mess. So I got out 7 eggs. So now I'm just going to cook all 7 eggs. And then put them on the sandwiches with Canadian bacon and fat-free cheese. And I will show you when they are done. So I'm going to go ahead and cook 4 eggs at a time. And I'm going to season it with black pepper and some pink salt. I usually like my eggs a little runny, but I'm probably going to cook them medium hard. So I'm going to cook these up. You could use egg whites instead in a muffin tin, kind of make like egg circles. But I need the fat, so I'm going to go ahead and use whole eggs. I'm in the process of making my breakfast sandwiches, and I got my little chef de cuisine here. Fun little tip. We're doing like baby-led weaning. I'll probably make some purees and stuff for her too, but just kind of let her explore food. If you cut off just enough where they can put it in their mouth and leave the stem on or the actual rind of the banana, she can actually hold it better than if she was just trying to hold the banana, because it's going to be slimy and fall out of her hands. Is that good? Hey, are you helping me cook? Are you helping me cook? Yeah? Okay, so the majority of my sandwiches are done. As you can see, it is egg, fat-free cheese, and 3 slices of Canadian bacon. This is the Canadian bacon I get. Actually get it from Sam's Club. 3 slices, 1.5 grams of fat, 10 grams of protein, 1 gram of carbohydrates. And then I just found this. This is Borden. They're fat-free cheese singles. So one cheese slice is going to be 0 grams of fat, which is huge for cheese, and 3 grams of carbs, 4 grams of protein. So now I'm going to take these sandwiches, and I have some press and seal, and I'm going to wrap them and put them in a sandwich or a Ziploc bag, and then stick them in my refrigerator until I'm ready to eat them. Okay, so the next meal that I'm going to prep, I'm going to go ahead and make my rice because I'm going to have a shrimp stir fry for dinners. And I'm going to pair that with a vegetable melody. It has broccoli, green beans, carrots, yellow peppers, wax beans, and red peppers. So I'm going to cook the rice first though and let the shrimp thaw. I have to be very careful when I cook shrimp because Kevin is allergic. So this is usually the last thing that I cook because I don't want to get any of his food cross-contaminated with shrimp. Assembly lines. I'll get a tripod for my phone or something. Or use my GoPro. So I'm making an assembly line of the trays, then of the rice, and of the beans. What I'm going to do... Okay. Kevin's getting 2 cups of rice and a cup of beans. So this is a half a cup. I'm going to need 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 cups of rice. You know what? I won't have enough if I do that. So he's actually going to get a cup, which he'll be more happy about anyways. So, half a cup. Half a cup. Now, he's not very particular when it comes to this, as far as how it sits in the tray. That's why I don't buy them with separators, which you can. It's going to be a full cup of black beans. So this is going to be paired with a quesadilla. I still haven't made the quesadilla yet. I will take you through that. So basically now it becomes an assembly line. So 1 tray. It's done. Yeah, I thought I'd have enough for 2 cups, but it looks like I only have enough for 2 cups, which is okay. Cup of beans. Also, these are the black beans I use. They have jalapenos and lime. They're actually really good. So the macronutrients on this is 1.5 grams of fat, 21 carbs, and 7 grams of protein for half a cup. So I doubled it. So he'll end up getting 42 grams of carbs just from this, and 3 grams of fat and 14 grams of protein just from black beans. So now the tray done. Usually I just like put music on. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes the kids are loud. It just depends on the day. I'm lucky when the baby's sleeping though, because she's getting so big where she wants to put her hands in everything. So another cup. So in between prepping food, I'm usually trying to plug Kevin's numbers in for him, feed the baby, and do laundry and make sure the kids don't go crazy. So it is definitely a full-time gig being a mom, and it's not easy, but if you want something bad enough, you do it and you go for it. Those are his numbers, by the way. So I'm just trying to feed the baby, get her back to sleep, so I can go back in the kitchen and keep prepping food. But the great thing about this prepping is it keeps us on track, and it makes it so whenever things are crazy, I'm able to eat my food, because a lot of the times what will happen is I'm usually the last to eat because I'm too focused on getting everyone else fed. So, and it makes me want to binge eat and eat things I shouldn't be eating and just eat something quick because I'm hungry. So this helps me stay on track, and it keeps me motivated, and I enjoy being able to take care of my husband and my family in this aspect. Okay, so next thing on the list is to go ahead and make the quesadillas. As you can see, I have a little helper because she's teething and she's just not having it, and Kevin's trying to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my pan for these quesadillas so they don't stick, just to be on the safe side, because I will be, oops, they stick. Now, I'm making 7 quesadillas. So 7 quesadillas, need 2 tortillas, obviously. That makes a quesadilla. So I've already divided them all out. I've already got all my chicken that I cooked earlier in the oven. Now I'm gonna do mozzarella cheese. So, okay, so as you can see, there's the nutrition content on them. It's 28 grams is a serving. So what I'm gonna do is take my food scale, because I need 7 servings. I need 196 grams. So I put my bowl on my food scale. And I'm gonna get until I get 196 servings or grams to make up those 7 servings. I like to weigh pretty much everything in grams. To me, it's the most accurate compared to ounces and stuff. Come on. All right.
Mama, maybe.
Yes. Oh, you can look and see. Okay, so I pretty much finished off trying to make myself something to eat. I finished off the mozzarella cheese, but as you can see, 196 grams. So now it's basically the same thing I was doing earlier, like an assembly line. So tortilla. I have actually a big flat pan. You can see. So it'll be able to do 2 at a time. So tortilla. Now, because I'm making such a mass quantity, Kevin's not doing it for the week anyways. So, give or take each day may be a little different as far as exact macronutrients. But I did weigh my cheese, I did weigh my chicken, I know the tortillas. So when I put them on each tortilla, I'm not weighing them out exactly. But we're doing numbers for the week, not numbers just for the day. So it doesn't matter in this case. So, kind of just trying to eyeball it, but I know I have my measurements correct for the week. So that's the most important. So it's chicken. If that made any sense. So, heat up chicken. Mozzarella cheese. Now, the other tortilla on top. I'm gonna let them cook. They will probably take 4 to 5 minutes per side. And then I'll chop them up and I will put them into a storage container with a little cup of salsa. You say hi? Fussy baby today. But that's okay. I'm holding her so she's happy and content, and we'll still get this done. So let's finish cooking these quesadillas. Okay, so I have all the food prepped for my salads, so I'm gonna go ahead and make those bowls now. So I have my chicken here that I cooked earlier, my lettuce. This the only thing I didn't do on camera, but I pre-chopped my tomatoes, radishes, and cucumbers. So I'm gonna go ahead and assemble them. To assemble, I'm just gonna do huge handfuls of lettuce. There's literally 3 grams of carbs for 2 cups. So just kind of pack it in there. The more volume, the better in my case, because I need volume meals. When I say that, that means meals that are going to keep me fuller longer. Or when I eat them, they feel like I'm really getting a ton of food. One more. Next time I prep, I'll have Kevin be here so he can give me a hand with the camera. So now it's gonna do cucumbers. And I'm gonna pair this with some fat-free Italian dressing. It's my favorite. Like I said in my food haul video, I'm not a fan of ranch, so it doesn't really affect me to not have it. Bam! Next, I'm going to do tomatoes. Chopping skills need to be improved. Hear my microwave going, hello. Your oatmeal's in here. Come eat it. You can hear Hunter. Hear the children in the background. So, tomatoes, 2 more to go. Last one. Now just a couple radishes in each. I didn't realize how much I actually love radishes. I used to love them as a kid and I hadn't had them in a long time. So I seen them at the grocery store the other day and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy some of these. Alright. Now for my chicken. Like I was saying, I'm doing my numbers for the week. So, kind of eyeballing this. But I did the measurement of it cooked and raw, so I know how much chicken I'm getting for the week. Bam. So, and just like that, my salads are done for the week. Now that I put the lids on them and find room in my refrigerator. Okay, so my quesadillas are done. Kind of have a stack of them. I just threw them on my cutting board just to kind of save myself some time. So now all I'm going to do, I need to get a bigger knife. One sec. Alright. Bigger, better knife. My favorite knife actually. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them into fourths. Just so it makes it easier for Kevin to eat them. So they're going to go in the container. Now, the interesting part is, favorite salsa. For 2 teaspoons, it's 2 carbohydrates. I have these little tiny Jello shot cups is pretty much what they are. They're 2-ounce cups. It was tough, okay? Okay, so stir it up. Just gonna pour a little bit in. Pop the top on. Put them in the container like that. So they're ready to go. So he can either put the salsa on his rice and beans or he can use it to dip his quesadillas in. So I'm going to complete this process until all 7 quesadillas are done. Like I said, I like to do an assembly line because it makes things easier. Don't make the work harder. Think smarter, not harder. So, put it in. Good to go. So let me know if there's anything you have questions about or if you'd like to see any kind of food prepped. So this is what I'm going to do for this week. I kind of change it up. We honestly eat a lot of Tex-Mex food. That's just because Tex-Mex is Kevin's favorite kind of food. So I cook a lot of that. Me personally, I'm a like a traditional. I like spaghettis and stuff like that. So when I get to prep a bigger meal for myself, that's what I eat. That's why I'm doing a stir fry, because I like Asian food. I like all kinds of food. Where Kevin is very picky, which is like I've gotten used to it. And he says if it's not broke, don't fix it. So he eats the way he eats. I'm just used to it, so I just cook accordingly. And these are fairly simple to make. Like I said, I did the chicken in the oven, so it took some time. It didn't take as much time. I could have the stove empty to complete other tasks. And I kind of multitask while I'm doing this, So laundry's going, you know, just constantly doing all types of things while I'm doing this, not just completely devoted at this. Which it would be easier if I could just take 2 hours and be solid. I would get a lot more accomplished, but mom life. Kids fight and make it crazier for me. So Kevin's macronutrient numbers right now are 600 with a max of 650 grams of carbs, 180 grams of 150 grams protein with a max of 180, and then his fat is 130 grams with a max of 150. So we kind of have those numbers to play with. I'm more or less going to show you the video of what I'm prepping on because I'm doing a prep. I'm cutting. So it'll be all of my foods. His foods, like I was saying earlier, I try to make clean as well as he has to eat a little bit dirty. So today his lunch will consist of the quesadillas with the rice and beans that I made. This morning he had a breakfast sandwich I made him, so it was Canadian bacon. Pretty much the same thing I made on my muffin, but I made on toast because he doesn't like English muffins. That's fine. And he had a donut at church. Then he'll have this for lunch. For dinner at work, he's going to eat an entire Red Baron pizza because he's going to need the carbs. For snacks, so this is where the healthy part comes in. I try to keep fruits and vegetables and things like that for him. So before work, I'm going to make him a smoothie, and it's going to be 2 cups of strawberries, milk. Let me think. Oh, 2 bananas. So it'll be a strawberry banana smoothie. And then he's going to eat some fruit cocktail at work. And, hold on, let me see. Alright. I do all his numbers, so I know exactly what he eats. So he had the breakfast sandwich, glazed donut. He's going to have a cup of rice, a cup of black beans with the quesadillas. Then he's going to have an entire Red Baron pizza, 2 cups of strawberries, 2 bananas, with milk as a smoothie before work. Then you'll have 2.5 cups of fruit cocktail because fruit cocktail and any fruits are all carbohydrates and he needs more carbs than anything else. Then he's gonna get a packet of sugar donuts. So you see that like he's more doing like it's not so much an 80-20. There's some health in there, but there's also some junk. There's just no way I can feed him 4,000 calories worth of food, all healthy. There's a way, he just can't eat it all. So, next up, I'm going to do my stir fry. Okay, so the next step for me, the last thing I'm going to cook is I have some medium raw shrimp, chemical free, no preservatives, peeled, cleaned, deveined, tail off. I'm actually going to do, it says 4 ounces, it's 15 shrimps. I'm going to do 20 shrimps because I need more protein, 0 fat, 0 carbs. I've already pre-cooked my basmati rice. So now I got the shrimp in a pan heating up. I'm going to cook these. After they're cooked, almost fully cooked, I'm going to add my vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and season the rice, put it in the trays while this is cooking, and add that, and then put it all on together and put it on top. I'm going to season with pink Himalayan, some hot blackened pepper for shrimp, then some regular black pepper, and I'm going to do black pepper and pink Himalayan salt in my rice. Okay, so I went ahead and measured out my ½ cup of rice in each of my tubs. My shrimp is still cooking. It's almost pretty much done, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the vegetable mix in. Oh yeah. Okay, so the one extra thing I'm doing, I was going to make overnight oats, but the problem is I don't have any more room in my fridge, so I'm just going to do packet oatmeals. And I could just leave it as that and, you know, put my chocolate chips and peanut butter in it after it cooks and measure it then. But I decided to go the extra mile and just take these tiny little Ziploc bags and pre-measure everything. So these are chocolate chips. I need 105 grams because a serving on this is 15 grams and I'm making 7. Measure it out. And this is like my favorite combination for oatmeal. Okay. 107. Done. So I'll just take the little Ziploc baggie. I'll throw some in. And then the peanut butter is pretty easy to do. But these are just add-ins. These are things I like to put into my oatmeal. Because oatmeal is my favorite. It's one of my favorite meals. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I grabbed enough bags. So this is just kind of one of those extra miles things that I thought of last minute. Just to kind of make things a little easier on myself, you know, when I go to make it. And I really didn't have to do this because I could have just measured it and weighed it when I cooked the oatmeal. But figured why not since I'm going ahead. Go away. Alright. PB Fit. I've tried PB2, but I think this is 110% better. Plus, I get it at Sam's Club, so it's cheaper. It was $9.96, so it was $10 for the tub. The macros on this, so you got 2 grams of fat, 5 carbs, and 8 grams of protein for 2 big old teaspoons. Go on. Stop. Okay. So 1, 2. Like I said, this is an extra mile thing I didn't have to do. And my measuring spoon is actually pretty accurate because I've tried to do it both ways, measuring on the scale versus using this, and this actually comes out accurately, where I know sometimes it doesn't and you need to rely on your scale. But this spoon actually, that's why I keep it in the jar. Now this peanut butter and this chocolate chip combination, if I have leftover macros for the day, I will take it, make the peanut, because you just mix the peanut butter with water, but I'm just going to pour this in my oatmeal. I will take the peanut butter mixture, put it in water, make like peanut butter, take my chocolate chips, sprinkle them in a bowl all together, and I will freeze it and eat it like ice cream. It freezes well and it tastes so good. Some people have a issue with like certain kind of food. So Kevin loves chips. Everybody has something they absolutely love. I'm a chocolate fiend. I like sweets. So I'm always trying to find ways to not feel deprived. I mean, I really am not deprived because if it fits your macros, I can eat ice cream. There's things I can eat, but I feel like my goals are bigger than wanting something like that, you know, all the time. I would rather have more food and enjoy the small sweet things. So that's why I do what I do. But there are times when I do eat an ice cream cone or go to McDonald's and get an ice cream cone. Those things are acceptable, you know, but it's not something I do every day. So, just like that, my annual packets are done. Okay, so my shrimp and rice stir fry is done. All I need to do now is stick lids on it and put it in the refrigerator. Simple, easy. That was a half a cup of rice, 1.5 cups of vegetables, and then a serving of shrimp in each. So this is what a week's worth of food will look like for me. I am cutting. My calories are about 1,400 and some change. Carbohydrates, 146 grams. Fat, 40 to 45 to 50, and protein is about 126. So, coffee, Splenda, 1 Coffee Mate creamer, 50 grams of blackberries with a breakfast sandwich. For a snack, I have Chobani yogurt. Another snack for myself is going to be a packet of oatmeal with PB2 peanut butter, chocolate chips. For lunch, it's going to be a chicken salad with tomatoes, cucumbers, radishes, and fat-free Italian dressing. And for dinner, it is going to be a half a cup of basmati rice with mixed vegetables and a serving of shrimp. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, like, and subscribe.